So the last few days I have been traveling around half of Norway almost and enjoying some fantastic scenery. I hope you enjoy some of the footage here, guys. But it has come to my attention that there has been some really worrying stuff happening in Britain. So in case you haven't heard already, the activist and journalist Tommy Robinson was recently sent to jail in the UK for live streaming outside a court case with grooming gangs. He was arrested and swiftly sentenced within only 5 hours, and he was sent to 13 months prison. And to make things even worse, the British court put a gagging order, meaning that the media was forbidden to report on his jail sentence. Thankfully though, that was later lifted, but if you thought that was bad, it has now taken a turn for the worse, to say it that way. So up until recently, Tommy was in a relatively safe prison, but now he has been moved to a new unsafe prison. He has been moved to Onley prison near Birmingham, which is notorious for having problems with violence and gangs and drugs and so on. It's even so bad that the chief prison inspector in the UK has labelled the prison as, quote, unsafe. According to Raheem Kassam, the order to move Tommy from the relatively safe prison to the new unsafe prison came directly from the UK Home Office. And that's really interesting, because that makes you wonder, why on earth would I do that? And Tommy has previously been in prison, and that time he was attacked and beaten up and got his nose broken. And what makes this really more interesting is that it appears that that record of Tommy being attacked last time has been expunged from the prison records, just in time for Tommy being moved from the safe to the unsafe prison. Almost as if they're trying to hide any evidence that there could be any threat against Tommy, but it's still all in the media about the attack. Now, according to Tommy's manager, Kaylin Robertson, Tommy had told him that there was about 70% migrant population in the prison wing where he had been located. And Raheem Kassam reports that the prison in total has about 33% migrant population. Now, considering Tommy's politics and the kind of things that he talks about, these kind of people probably don't like him very much. And there's very much reason to think that Tommy's safety could be at risk if he is placed in this kind of prison. And things seem to not be off to a good start for Tommy in this new prison. According to Kaylin, last night the inmates in Tommy's wing of the prison, they were banging on the doors and shouting death threats all over the prison wing at Tommy Robinson. And Tommy has said that he fears for his safety. And something that's really interesting as well, Kaylin reports that the imam at the prison knew about Tommy arriving at the prison a day before the prison guards and the prison authorities knew about it. And he had apparently told the other inmates about Tommy's arrival. And there's apparently already been issued a contract among the inmates out for Tommy Robinson's death. And many of Tommy Robinson's fans have expressed extreme worry for his safety. And questions have to be asked, because like Tommy or hate Tommy, I don't really care. You can agree with his politics or you can disagree with his politics. And I don't necessarily support Tommy's opinions on everything, but I definitely support everyone's right to free speech, freedom, human rights, and that the rule of law shall be applied equally to all people, which very much does not seem to be the case here. I mean, why is the UK Home Office in the first place ordering Tommy to be moved from one prison to another? And more importantly, why are they moving him from a relatively safe prison to a prison that is known to be unsafe, that even the chief prison inspector in the UK has deemed unsafe, and it's one of the worst prisons in the whole of the UK? Why on earth are they moving him there, knowing that there are threats against Tommy's life? It is the government's duty to make sure that everyone is safe when they stay in prison. This all really reminds me of the tactics used in the communist Soviet. You know, people who were political dissidents, who didn't agree with the communist regime, they would get taken away in the middle of the night, taken off the gulags, and the government would make them disappear. And many of them would never come back. And that seems to be very similar to what Britain is doing now, in 2018. They arrested Tommy Robinson because he don't agree with the politically correct opinions, and so he's a political dissident. They threw him in jail, and it seems like, are they trying to make him disappear? Because it doesn't seem that they would not have done this if they very much cared about his safety, that is for sure. It doesn't matter if you like him or not, everyone has human rights, and the rule of law should be applied equally to everyone. It's really scary to see that countries in the West Britain now in 2018 are turning into authoritarian countries. I mean, just think about Churchill, what he said about the communists. He hated the communists. I mean, these tactics are literally right out of the Stasi / Gestapo handbook. I mean, this is literally the kind of thing that they would be doing, and it's now happening in Britain. How can it be? And rightly, there's been a great outcry from the world. Geert Wilders from the Netherlands has complained a lot about this, and even brought it up with the Prime Minister in the Netherlands, in the Parliament. And an American congressman has recently brought this case up in America as well, and urged Donald Trump to look into the issue of helping Tommy Robinson. So what do you guys think about this? Please leave your comment below, and make sure to like this video, and make sure to share this video all over social media and all over the internet, because you know that the mainstream media, they won't be reporting on this, so make sure to share this all you can, guys. And make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and hit the notification bell to get notifications whenever new videos come out. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and if you want to support my work at all, I'm an independent journalist, so I rely on you guys to help bring you the truth. I'm not bought and paid for like the mainstream media, so I need you guys. So if you want to support me at all, I'll leave the links to my Patreon in the description below. Anything is highly appreciated. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you later. And now a huge thank you to my special Patreon supporters. I couldn't have done this without you. I really appreciate your help, guys.